In this video, I'll show you how I can suspend objects like this in After Effects. And there are two ways in which you can achieve this, using rotoscoping and mask tracking. And without much further ado, let's get started with the video. But before that, you need two clips to achieve this. The first clip of the object in scene and the second clip without the object with just a clear background but the same camera angle. Now in After Effects, I'm going to start with rotoscoping. So with this, I'm going to use Option W, that's the keyboard shortcut for the roto brush tool, but on Windows, that's Alt W. So I'm just going to double click on the layer so that I can select my subject from its background. Then I can hold down the Option key to remove the parts that I don't want to be included into the subject. Then to add in the parts that I want, I can just select it like I did before. So I'm just going to do it throughout the entire subject. So after selecting the subject carefully and I see that it's okay, I'll click on freeze so that After Effects is going to select the subject and separate it from its background. So After Effects is done separating the subject from its background. So what I need to do is to go to the main composition, then you're going to see that the subject is without the background. So after doing that, I'll select this and click on Effect Controls. Then we have the Roto Brush Matte properties like the feather, the contrast, the shift edge, and reduce shatter. You can use all of these properties to improve on the selection of your subject to make it to have some kind of smooth cutout and not some kind of rough cutout. But for the sake of this video, I'm not going to go through all of this, but that's something you can play with. And you can see the selection is somehow perfect. I don't really need to adjust this. So what I need to do is to add in the other clip without the subject. So I'm just going to drag and drop this and we have that. So I'm just going to set this to fit. So we have the entire scene. So one other thing you can do to improve on this is that you can add in some color correction so that both the subject and the background have the same color feel to it and it will make it more realistic. So I'm going to preview this for you to see. So the second method I'm going to show you is mask tracking. So to do that, I'll select the layer, press G, that's the keyboard shortcut for the pen tool to create a mask around the subject. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a mask around the subject. So after creating a mask, what you need to do is to come down to the layer, then open up the mask and right click on it, go to track mask. And you're going to see a panel that will open up here, which is the tracker. And under this, we have the method. And for this method, you can either choose position, rotation, position, scale, and rotation. So it all depends on the subject you want to track. So for this, I'm just going to allow you that position, scale, and rotation. Now I'm going to click on track selected mask forward. That's to analyze it forward. And that's it. After Effects has tracked out the subject. So again, we can just simply add in the clip without the subject and we have the same result. So as you can see, rotoscoping is easier than mask tracking. Reason because with mask tracking, you need to carefully select out the entire object. But with rotoscoping, After Effects automatically identifies the subject and selects it out. You just need to adjust it if it somehow selects some kind of unwanted areas. Sometimes mask tracking won't be really accurate, especially if your subject is rotating and stuff like that. It won't track it out throughout, and that's where rotoscoping comes in. It's much preferable to use it with complicated scenes. It all depends on what you're actually working with at the moment. There are times in which mask tracking will be really accurate and will be the preferred option to use. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how you can use mask tracking to remove unwanted objects in your video. You can use this opportunity to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on that. That's it for today's video. Hope you found the video useful and interesting. Thanks for watching, and on to the next one. Keep editing.